Good morning, everyone. This is Lori from My Garden in Bloom. I'm doing something really exciting. We have a fall garden going on here. There are going to be things that I'm starting to dig up, cut back, all that kind of stuff. It's my side garden. But I have been planning on all summer long to take. I had some hostas back here and I took them out. And I'm taking this hydrangea here that I got from a friend, and just as a start, and I got it at that heat wave last year when it was 116 degrees, and I just threw it in the dirt in the shade as fast as I could, and I was surprised. It actually, you know, is growing and thriving, but it's going to get bigger, and I don't really want it in the front of my bed like that. So I dug out, like I said, I dug out a couple of hostas. I'm going to plant it back there, but I have another hydrangea that I bought probably at least a month ago, if not more. But it's a stargazer. It's pink and white and has the most beautiful little blooms on it. I'm going to plant that kind of next to the other hydrangea, which I don't know what variety is except for that it's a lace cap. And it has pink and purplish flowers on it. But I'm thinking I might need to take that GM and move that also. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be digging that up, amending the soil back there, and then I'm going to move that hydrangea and I'm going to plant that other one in here. It's going to totally change the whole aspect of this garden. I'm kind of thinking about taking those irises out back there and maybe moving the GM over. The GM, I had it in a different place and it didn't like it. Not this year, but the year before, and I transplanted it over here and it loves it over there. So I'll put it in the same vicinity. But because those hydrangeas are going to get like 3 feet tall and 4 feet wide, I will probably move the GM out of there. It's so beautiful. I love that GM in the springtime. It's one of the first plants that blooms, and it has orange. No, it doesn't. It has red flowers on it. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to dig it up. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, quick note. I do have a sprinkler line going through here, so I want to dig that first to make sure that I don't puncture any holes, because one of the biggest irritations for Wally is to find out after I've done something to a bed that he has to do some repairs. Anyway, to avoid those repairs, I'm going to uncover the water line there to make sure that I'm not puncturing it when I move it. And I have decided that I'm going to move the irises so that I can move the GM over. So here we go. Progress report. I got the irises dug up, which I'm going to move them over to the other side of the garden so I'll have a bigger drift. But there they are. Some of the original irises I had. There was one tuber that I thought that I dug it up and that I had cut it off too much, but actually look, it has a couple little buds right there, so it will grow. I was kind of worried I chopped that off too close. Anyway, it looks like once I split that big one up, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new irises next year over on the other side of the yard. Excited about that. I think we're on about phase 3 of my garden plan here. Anyway, this is where I put the irises. I already had some irises, so I just added on to the drift, making it a bigger drift. I actually did move that hosta right there because I've had it for 2 years and it's a very small hosta. I had it clear in the back. I just felt like it needed to be put in the front of the garden. I put a little bit of mushroom compost, a little tiny bit of plantain, but actually when I'm going to fertilize these are in the spring and they'll be nice and rooted by then. I had shovels, a little rake, my gloves, which I didn't wear for very long. All dirty. Anyway, I'm getting back over to the other part. I'm gonna move that GM and then I'll be ready to put my hydrangeas in there. Yay! I got the first hydrangea moved. I'm so excited about that. Of course, I used compost and plantain. I did fertilize heavily because unlike tulips, which I'll do, and irises I'll do in the spring, they're actually doing these now because I'm planting them, transplanting them. There's the hydrangea that I got from a friend, and then the other one was a geum that I moved over. I didn't feel like it needed to be split yet. Next year it will go on its 3rd year, so I thought just, repotting it and putting it in a fresh hole with fertilizer was enough. It wasn't really big enough to be transplanted. I have a Shasta daisy there that I planted from seed. I have a heuchera down there that I'm questioning whether I need to split it or not. I like it there. It's so pretty next to the little path that I made, but I'm not sure. I'll have to see. Anyway, I have one more hydrangea, a smaller. It only gets like 3 feet high and 3 feet wide, so it'll be in front of the other hydrangea that I don't know what kind it is, except for that it is a lace top. And it has purpley blue flowers. It did actually have 2 flowers this spring. So next spring will be its 3rd year for being in the garden. Anyway, here I go. I'm going to plant the last little hydrangea. I'm so excited about the changes that I made in the garden. I think they're going to look amazing in the spring. Oh, yay! I finished. I don't know how long that took. It took me at least 3-4 hours. Anyway, I moved the geum, moved the hydrangea, and it's a lace top, and then planted my new hydrangea here. It's kind of, if you come back and you look back this way, it makes more sense. There's a little rock garden. I'm going to move both of those sedums, and then I'll have there's some daisy back there. And actually there is what is that? What kind of dahlia is that? I want it on Instagram. It is back there. I'm not sure if I'll keep it there. Anyway, I'm excited about getting this part of the garden going for next spring to see how it looks like next spring. I'm going to go get some mulch. I'll mulch it. It's mulched. The garden is mulched about halfway. Like I said, the sedum's going to be out of there pretty soon, at least cut down to the ground, and I know I'm going to move at least one of them. I used organic mushroom compost and plantain to put in, and I fertilized all 3 of those very heavily. I think that the lace top, I think that it blooms on old wood because it's starting to get some pretty big buds on it. So I'm pretty sure I don't want to cut any of the leaves back or anything as it, into the fall and stuff. Or I'll cut back all of the new growth that's going to have blooms on it. I'll have to read about the stargazer, whether it is blooms on new growth or old growth. So it's always a learning thing. I'm really happy with my new garden with the irises over there, and things moved around here, and I finally got my stargazer hydrangea. I bought that thing in June. I just got it planted, but I knew all of the changes I had to make to be able to find a place for it to be planted. And if I don't like it there, the next year I'll put it somewhere else. Anyway, it was a half-a-day project. I'm so excited about that I got it done, and about this area in the garden. Can't wait to show it to you in the spring. Happy fall gardening, and I hope you have a great day. This is Lori from My Garden in Bloom. I garden in Zone 8B up by Mount Hood. If you like this video, hit subscribe and the little bell so you'll see my videos. Talk to you later.
I look at you and it's easy to see you are that someone I've been trying to meet. I got your number, won't you pick up the phone? Don't leave me hanging on the dial tone.